act of standing up, in the very act of fighting on, you will become and you will remain unbroken. Of standing up, in the very act of fighting on, you will become and you will remain unbroken.
I don't care how good you are. I don't care how talented you are. I don't care how much you work on yourself. There are some times when things aren't going to go right. There are times when anything that can happen will happen.
Life happens. The unexpected, the uncalled for, the unintentional. We've been damaged emotional, damaged spiritually.
It may be your business. It may be your heart that is broken today. It may be the number in your bank account that is screaming, "You are broke."
You can break physically, you can break mentally, you can break your heart, you can break your spirit, and all of those are gonna leave a mark. But the mark that they leave can be the mark of victory or it can be the mark of defeat.
It is staying with the breaking that produces the blessing. It is not what you go through that determines where you end up. It's who you listen to. Because I think right now, you are walking through a valley between two voices. One is wisdom, one is worry. One is gratitude, one is grumbling. One is blame, one is faith.
Because every time you break, and in every way that you break, while it's a chance for you to give up and for you to fall apart, but there's also opportunity to get stronger and get smarter and get faster and get tougher and get more stable and get more resilient and get better.
What I need you to do is I need you to find a reason to keep going. And if you can find a reason to keep going, I know you're strong enough to do it because you're human. And every human has what it takes to get past whatever they're going through if they decide to. Push through it. Push through it. Tragedy and trials come to everybody. Only the strong survive.
The fight isn't over. The fight fight is just beginning. You have the opportunity to show the world what you are really made of.
I need you to look at that sickness that's going on in your life right now, whatever it is. I want you to say, I can beat it. I can beat it. I will beat it. I must. I got a family to live for. I ain't through yet. My life ain't over yet. There's some things in life you don't need no degree for. You don't need no money for it. You don't need no support for it. There's some things in life you just gonna get through when you tell yourself, I'm gonna get through this.
Regardless of what happens to you in life, regardless of the adversity, regardless of the opposition, regardless of the trial and tribulation, nothing can stop you. The only thing that can stop you is you. No situation, no circumstance, no piece of adversity can define your life. Never let a circumstance define you.
And I'm not retreating. I'm not running. I don't care what they say on paper. I don't care if you say we outnumbered. We live by this and we die by this. We don't retreat. We don't run. We gonna stand and we gonna live and we gonna die by what we stand for, and everybody gonna know what we represent and what we're a part of.
I got staying power. I got staying power.
Be encouraged today that no matter what you walk through, no matter how broken your marriage is, no matter how many times you failed,
There is within you a spirit that is greater than whatever is going on around you.
If you would be willing to fight your way through this battle, fight your way through cancer, fight your way through that academic struggle, fight your way through divorce, fight your way through it. If you are willing to fight your way through that singing career, fight your way through boxing, fight your way through football, I'm telling you, at the end of the fight is going to come victory.
And as you crawl up and out of that dismal and wretched place, as you rise above what you were, and as you take the form of who you are supposed to be, you will see that in the very act of standing up, in the very act of fighting on, you will become and you will remain unbroken.
Good evening, everyone. How are we doing? Good evening. Good evening. If you can hear me, can you just type it in the comment section that you can hear me? Good evening, everyone. Okay. We'll be going right into it right now. We'll be going right into it right now. The videos looks a little bit delayed over here, but then let's wait and see how it's going to go. So once again, it's nice having everybody on board. Welcome to the Dreamer'S Lounge. So we've literally been having this class online, but then we're like, okay, let's just bring it to um, YouTube and then let's see how it's going to go. So this is literally the first edition of it. I'm sorry, like I've not been able to get how to really juggle between the the video setting and all that. So, but then hopefully, as time goes on, we'll definitely get a hang around it. So, we finished the level up class that was on Friday, Saturday, where we were able to talk about a lot of things from business planning to the business planning. We talked about business planning, how to set your goals, literally a lot of things. And then on the day two, we moved on to other things like the AI, how to maximize AI for business growth and all that. So thank you everybody for coming once again. Like it's literally nice having you on board. As I said, this is the Dreamer's Lounge. So this is literally this does not really remove the normal Dream Team class we always have. It does not remove it. So literally, this is how it's going to be. Every Monday we'll be having the Dreamers Lounge like this, and then on Wednesdays and Friday we'll be moving to our in-house platform where we'll be having the conversations there. So if you can hear me, can you just type it in the comment section that I can hear you? If you can hear me, can you just type it there? So I can see Joseph, I can see Ambassador BV, I can literally see everybody here. Thank you very much for coming on board. It's literally nice having you here. So let's quickly move into what we have for tonight. I was literally thinking about some certain things like that we were expected to do, like we've been doing over the few classes that we've been having. We've literally talked about the superstar energy, how that you have to understand who you are as a person. You are not created to be a normal person. Instead, you are created with a kind of light energy. But then the challenge comes in the place of when you were growing up, a lot of people came and then they saw a seed of should I use the seed that was literally not supposed to be there. You were exposed to the kind of knowledge in which that has literally no benefit, that literally has no benefit to your growth. Now, what am I saying with this is the fact that now, for example, when you were growing up, you were watching the way your parents were doing some certain things. Probably in the place, the way they handle their finance, probably the way they handle their business, probably the way they handle some certain things about them, even probably in their mannerism, like the way they talk to people, the way they handle some specific situation. So while you were growing up, you've literally used that as a pattern in which, like, or you've literally used that as a way to gauge the way you do your things. So when you meet people outside, one of the first thing that comes into your mind is, how did my parents handle this situation? How were they able to deal with this thing? How were they able to do that? And then as a result of that, over time, you formed a pattern within you. Talking about forming a pattern, I mean, you were able to your mindset literally shifted from who or how you were supposed to think, and then it shifted to the way they were thinking. If you've literally gone through this book before, Rich Dad Poor Dad number one, and then The Secret of a Millionaire Mindset, there are some things you learn from there, which is the fact that most times our actions is as a result of how we see our parents doing some certain things. What am I saying? Your parents, maybe when you were very young, they probably focused on giving out money easily, like they dash out money, like Father Christmas. You understand? So as a result of dashing out money, and then whenever money comes into your pocket, one of the first things you start thinking is, who can I give money to? Am I saying giving money is very bad? No, God forbid. It's actually a very good thing for you to be generous with your resources. But then the thing is, no rich man attain their level of wealth or prosperity by being so too generous with the way they handle their resources. Talking about your resources, we've probably addressed this in our previous classes. We have about 4 resources, HEMI-80, which is your money, energy, attention, and time. Out of everything, everything is finite. I mean, everything is literally finite. It means it can be expended. You can literally finish all the money you have with you. Your time, you only have a limited time in this world. Sometimes you will spend your attention or your energy, and then you even be too weak to even handle some situations. And then, lastly, your attention can also be spent. So, what am I trying to say in essence is that there are some ways you are not supposed to act as a person, but then, due to the way you've been seeing some certain situation, due to some certain things you've been seeing in your life or in the life of your parents, you've adopted that as a way of living. You've adopted that as a way of doing things. And then by doing this kind of thing, it has now turned to a pattern. It has now turned to a kind of paradigm in which you gauge the whole existence of your life. I don't know if you are getting what I'm saying. So, literally now, this is more like a mindset shift class. How that we are here to shift your attention from the way you were being taught, like when you were very young, probably in the way you handle money, probably in the way you handle relationship, probably in the way you handle some certain situations. Now to show you the correct way to do this thing. Now, let me just divert a little bit. I don't know if you've really noticed this thing sometime. One of the popular way of speaking from some certain set of people is that waiting you won't do for me. Like they've literally accepted the fact that someone has no benefits whatsoever to give to them, or they will say that now money you get though you know be God. And then I'm going to sit down and then watch some certain people, and then I'll be like, wait, this is not the energy. This is not the mindset of a winner. Because for everybody that has a winning mindset, they understand they are very very certain about the benefit of relationship, how that every relationship is expected to be managed carefully. I mean every profitable or what's it called relationship that does not take away from you. You know, there are some certain relationship you have around you, probably someone in which the major thing the person does is that bring. The person is only interested in collecting from you and not in giving. The person is only interested in getting a lot of things from you and not in giving. You probably have them around you, like maybe your friends, maybe not, like maybe your families, even to an extent. And then one of the things that comes to your mind is this how I'm going to continue life? Please, is this how this thing is going to continue? And then you could not even pinpoint what exactly you really want to do with your life, because with the way things have been going, you've seen the fact that if things continue like this, you will end up sinking down the hole. So take a moment in the next maybe 1 to 3 minutes and then just observe who exactly are the people in my life that are not adding value to me. Who exactly are the people I need to cut off? Now, remember when I started, I said something about the fact that some people majorly says that waiting you won't do for me, what kind of value does it have to add to me? But then, in the same vein, you need to understand the fact that for every profitable relationship, you need to guard it with jealously. Like, guard it jealously, guard it jealously, guard it jealously. So, take 1 minute and then just think about this thing. I'll be back. Take 1 minute and think about this thing carefully. Thank you. So, I hope we've done that now. Now, you've seen the people that you probably need to do away with in your life. Like maybe you've seen 1 or 2 people that are not really adding much value to you. Now, there is something called a scale of preference. I'm sorry, I've not really started anything I want to talk about. This is just like an introduction. By the way, this is organized by the Dream Team. Dream Team is literally an institute that focuses on finance, leadership, and mindset development. Those are the core principles of the Dream Team. And then we are currently running the first cohort, and then we've been on it. I think um for the past 8 or not more than 8 weeks. I think this is maybe the 10th week that we've been on it. November, December, and then now this is January. So this is like almost the 10th week or so that we've been on it. And then we've really been seeing a lot of things over time. But then let me just put that aside. So as I was saying, this is literally the introductory class for the YouTube, what's it called? By the grace of God, I'm expecting that maybe once we are able to really balance everything we are doing here, we'll be able to really delve a lot into what this thing is like. We'll be able to really be free and then be very, very expressive in the way we talk. And I'm trying to be very, very careful about what I say, because this is literally YouTube, the social media. Literally, a lot of things can literally go wrong. When I say go wrong, I'm not saying like I'm going to say the wrong thing, but then there are some certain secrets which are not meant for the public here. If you tell some people some certain things, one of the things they will do is that they will rebel against the knowledge. The scripture said something, ever learning, never coming into what? Into the understanding. Some people, they can only hear, but then when it comes to the place of acting, they will not act. That's another category of people. Some people, they will hear, they will act. So you have to really decide about which category you really want to fall into now. You have to really decide about the category. Are you going to fall into the category of people that hear and then they rebel against it? Those are the people that I call like the people who are poor in mindset. Because if you check your pocket and then your pocket is empty, one of the first things you should look for is not a job. One of the first things you should look for is not even it's not even a job, it's not even how to get more money. One of the things you should look for is your mindset. Because the level of your pocket can never rise beyond the level of your pocket. If your pocket is empty, it's as a result of a very, very poor mind. And what is one of the characteristics of someone with a poor mind? It is the fact that they are always rebellious to knowledge. If the knowledge you have is really profitable, then what is wrong with your pocket? I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. If the knowledge in which you have in your head is really the profitable knowledge, then your pocket should never be empty. But then if you check your pocket and then you could see the fact that your pocket is empty, then that means there is something wrong with the mindset in which you are working with. Some of us, we are still working with a default state of mindset in which we are being brought up with. And then there is now a need for you to shift your thermostat from the temperature in which it has been setting. Many of us, the temperature that they probably set for us is probably, let's say, around 35 degrees Celsius. And meanwhile, with the kind of spirit you are carrying, with the kind of energy you are carrying, before you can really attain success, before you can really attain the sufficient growth that is needed for the kind of place where you are supposed to be, you are supposed to set your thermoset should be about, let's say, 50 degrees Celsius or even 100 degrees Celsius. But then you are still functioning at 35 degrees Celsius. And then when you look at yourself, you understand, you could see the fact that everything you are working or you are probably doing, it's not really working out. And then you begin to ask yourself a question: what exactly is going on? You begin to question yourself, wait, these are the things my mates are doing, but then they are succeeding in it. Why am I doing the same thing and then I'm not succeeding in it? One of the things you should understand is the fact that if you as a person, you are created as someone with, like everybody literally is created with a divine energy, obviously. But then if you as a person, you are meant to do something great, but then you are falling to the standard of someone who is at a very, very low level. Trust me, at that low level, most of the things you are doing is not really going to work out. It's just like an ego. I remember a story my dad told me some time ago when I was very young. A farmer was literally going through along the way, and then it saw some egg on the road, and then it was like, wow, this looks like a chicken egg. Let me carry it, and then I have a hen at home, which, or should I say a chicken, anyone that is trying to, like, that is just laying egg. So I've had this to eat so that it can probably brood over it and then hatch it in the long run. And then God so good, the chicken actually laid egg. The farmer added it to it, and then it brooded like it was brooding over it. But then after it hatched, here is the climax. Along the way, the chicken and the egg they brought from outside, which was hatched, was growing together. Meanwhile, that was an eagle, and then as a result of it being an eagle, it's kept on growing, but then every time it's noticed the fact that he is not supposed to be here. This is not where he's meant to be. The way he's doing his thing, it is not really supposed to be at this stage. But then due to the fact that the environment in which it met itself is not really the right environment. So as a result of that, over time, it is always looking up, and it kept on saying, I am a very, very different person. I am a very, very unique person. This is not who I am supposed to be. This is not where I'm supposed to be. I am created for a very, very great thing. I am created for a very, very wonderful thing. And then the place where I am currently is not supposed to be the place where I'm supposed to be. So it kept on observing, and then at a point it was like, okay, let me just try and spread my wings. Let me see if I can fly. Some of you, the reason why you are still stuck in the position where you are is because you have refused to take action. Some of you is because you have so much ideas in your head. You have a lot of things going on in your head. You have a lot of plans. You have a lot of agendas. You have a lot of things you could have achieved. But then because you are always seeing yourself in that small state, and then you don't really have the courage for you to spread your wings, you are still stuck in that low state. You have so much great potential. You have a lot of potentials within you, which are always crying day in, day out, day in, day out. I want to fly. I want to fly. Can you just give me the wings to fly? There are a lot of potentials within you which want to fly. But then due to the fact that you are still seeing yourself, probably you are looking at the people around you, probably because you are looking at the situations around you, probably because you are looking at the scenarios that are maybe the circumstances of your birth, maybe because you are looking at your friends, maybe because you are looking at everything around you. But then the message I'm preaching to you this evening is to tell you the fact that you as a person, you are not created as a being with a mediocre energy. The energy you were created with is a very unique energy, in which the moment you are able to tap into the flow of that thing which dwells within you, you can do a lot of great things. Maybe people have been advising you, they've been telling you, okay, you as a person, I've seen you are very, very unique. I would like to probably tell you some things. I would like to give you some ideas. I would like to sponsor your career. I would like to sponsor your education. I know you have a business plan. I want you to be able to do it. But then one of the first things that comes to your mind is, oh boy, will I be able to do this thing like this? And just like that, like things that are already within you that could have probably announced you to a very, very great place, you killed the idea. You killed the support that people want to show you. You've killed a lot of potentials that you have within you. So I'm trying to tell you now that you have the potential. You have the giftings within you. Do not kill the gifts. Do not kill the potential. It might look rough at a point. It might not really look very, very perfect or very, very excellent. The thing is, if you have everything figured out, someone once asked me a question. The person was like, wait, Kende, how do you even do all these things you are doing? Like, how do you even manage to do all these things? I said, the thing is, once I have an idea, I don't sleep on it. Immediately, something comes to my mind. The next thing I do is I execute it outrightly. Because the more you begin to brood over something, the more you begin to consider a lot of options, the more you are watering down the efficiency of that probably talent, of that skills, of that thing which you are supposed to do. The more you are just watering down those things. And it is not supposed to be like that. So, this is my announcement to you this evening. You are created for something great. You are created for something awesome. You are not a being with a local energy. You are not someone who is supposed to be dwelling in mediocrity. Be very, very confident to fly your wings. Be very, very bold enough. So, fast forward. Let me just really move into other things, and then because this is just a test run, so we might not really spend much time on it. So, I'll be talking again also on business, because I noticed that over the past since we've started, a lot of Dream Team members have actually started their own business. They've started their own business and things they are doing from the skills they've been able to learn from the Dream Team. At least I can count about maybe 5 or 6 people. Someone like Chooks, someone like Bright, someone like Kelechi, someone like Stanley. I think Joseph as well has also started. Um, Jumi as well has started. Fresh has started. We literally have a lot of people who have actually started, like from the skills we were able to learn from the Dream Team. They've literally started a lot of things, and maybe other skills they've gotten elsewhere as well. So this is what I want to, like, probably chip into us, like, how to scale your business. How can you scale your business? Because we've literally talked about generating business ideas. I When we talked about generating business idea, I made it to understand the fact that past perceived void, past perceived problem, is a future or a present value you can render to people. Any problem you've encountered before, probably on campus, probably in school, probably anywhere, it is something which you can render value about. That's number one. Number two, passive virtue or present perceived virtue. Virtue as in the current skills you are processing is also something in which you can get money for. The issue now is how you can leverage on your skill. The issue now is how you can leverage on the talent to bring in money. And then I guess we were able to establish that some time ago as well. I guess we were able to establish that how that I told you that it's most times it's not about you getting all the details together. It's not about you having all the details and everything all accurate or very very okay and awesome. It's not about that. Most times it's about you having it's about you just starting even before you really have the clear picture about everything. Because when I look at a lot of things, and then the reason why some youths probably are not really doing well in some certain things, I've come to understand the fact that most youths are not really doing well in these things because they are unable, hallelujah, because they are unable to um, to really picture what they want and then to go for it. Talking about picture what they want, they are unable to really think about or have a picture of where they want to be. So now I'm going to give you an assignment again. Now, like now. Number one, if you actually need the become the anomaly, the book which I authored recently, just come to my DM like tonight or tomorrow morning. I'm going to give you the free unedited copy. Like you are going to get it as what's it called for being here tonight. That's one of my gifts to you. So if you need a copy, just let me know. The book is well loaded. So, but then let me just fast forward. That's not the reason why we are here. So, as I was saying, like many people don't really have a picture of what they want in mind. When you tell them that, okay, I want to really, I want you to be um, someone. Let's say, I want to make 10 million naira in January. I want to make 2 million naira in January. And then you ask them, how exactly or where exactly are you seeing yourself? Like, how do you plan to achieve it? Most times, the next thing they always say is, I don't know. I just know I want 10 million naira. Some of you are probably like that. You've set a lot of realistic but then unrealistic goal for you. It is realistic for a lot of people. People who have a clear sense of vision and direction. But then for you, because you've not really been able to carefully count the cost and then know what you actually want, you've seen it as a goal, but then you are not really putting in the work. Now, let me try and break this down. It's just like someone who is saying that I want to have a house in the next 7 months. You don't have cement, you don't have block, you don't have anything which could be of tremendous help to that thing which you want to do. And then you are always asking yourself, like, I'm going to build a house, I'm going to build a house. Things does not work that way. Anything that is working is worked. That's just the principle of life. For you to achieve anything like substantial growth and development in life, you need to put in the work that is needed. So, another quick assignment. Think now, and then I want you to write in the comment section. Once I'm able to get maybe a response from about 2 or 3 people, I'm going to continue. Think right now about one of the most audacious goals that you have in 2026. and write it in the comment section. One of the most audacious goals you have in 2026. Put it in the comment section. You have 1 minute for that.
If you only have 24 hours in a day, your success is dependent upon how you use the 24. You got to hear me. People talk about Oprah Winfrey, Ted Turner, Warren Buffett. Listen to me. I don't care how much money you make. You only get 24 hours in a day. And the difference between Oprah and the person that's broke is Oprah uses her 24 hours wisely. That's it. Listen to me. That's it. You get 24. I don't care if you broke, you grew up broke. I don't care if you grew up rich. I don't care if you're in college, you're not in college. You only get 24 hours. And I blew up literally. I went from being a high school dropout to selling 6,000 books in less than 6 months. What happened? My 24 hours. I was like, okay, Eric, you got to get a grip on your 24 hours because you're about to be broke for the rest of your life. And that's all I need you to do for me. I can tell you all about your life if you just write down your 24-hour schedule for me. You let me look at it. I can tell you where you're going to be in 5 years. I can tell you where you're going to be in 10 years. I can tell you where you're going to be in 20 years if you keep that schedule.
I'm still waiting. I'm still waiting. Okay, so we've gotten two response. Someone said to start what is it called? I'm coming. Okay, okay, so someone said to start a physical business. So now, if you are to start a physical business, what do you think it is going to cost you to start a physical business? And then to save a huge sum of money, each sum of money is not a number. Trust me, it's not a number. You need to have a specific number, probably 1 million naira, 2 million naira, 3 million naira, 4 million naira, 5 million naira, 6 million naira. And then we have someone who says making more than $1 million this year. I think saying you want to make more than $1 million this year, you need to probably increase it. The reason why I say that is because if you actually want to make a big sum of money, you don't have to start with $1 million, because there is something called error margin. If you say $1 million, there's a very high probability that you probably end up making, let's say, about 900 or 800k. So I think you should go for something very, very audacious, or something very, very big and very, very daring. So we have what's F? We have F by Munachimso Moses. So, but then as I was saying, how to scale your business. So you have your goals now. Now the next thing now you need to think about is what exactly will it take for me to achieve these goals? What exactly will it take for me to achieve this goal? For the person that said, Sabright, that said he wants to make $1 million, he wants to start a physical business this year. What kind of business do you want to start? And what exactly do you think it is going to cost you for you to start this business we are talking about? You need to have a clarity about that, clarity of vision. If I want to start a business, number one, what kind of business do I want to start? Is it a shoemaking business? Is it a laundry business? Is it place where they sell, let's say, clothes, jewelry, shoes, and blah blah blah? Is it something like that? And now, for Ambassador V, you said you want to make a huge sum of money. Huge sum of money is not a specific term, because the word huge is relative. To some people, huge can mean 100,000 naira. It can mean 50,000 naira. It can mean 20,000 naira. So you need to have a definition about what huge means to you. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. You need to have sorry. Wait, I don't know. Have you been hearing me since, or have I been talking to myself, please? So, as I was saying, for Sabright, if you want to make something like if you want to make something like 50 million naira, or let's say something more than that this year, if you want to start a physical store, you need to have a clarity about what exactly you are planning to make, like about sorry okay. Thank you very much. I thought I've been talking to myself since. Thank you very much for the clarity. So, Sabright, as I was saying, if you want to start a physical business, you need to have a clarity. What kind of business do I want to start? So that's going to be my first assignment for you, Sabright, tonight. Which kind of business do you want to start? Because you don't have to have a general word. What you literally said now is just a general word for a general thing. It does not really have a specific should I use the word, a specific niche or a specific angle in which you want to approach it. So um it's just like shooting just arrows everywhere. It's just like shooting arrows everywhere. So you don't have to do things like that. So literally, this is what I'm going to say. Sabright, have a specific business you want to go into, and then start making your business plan right now. Now, for the person that said he wants to make 1 million naira, and then it's each sum of money, that's not really big enough, because you will never rise beyond your audacious goal. That's literally the law of life. It's just like gravity. Gravity says that for you to escape the velocity of this world, you need to approach something called the escape velocity, like law of gravity. For you to really move outside gravity, I mean outside the limitations of your goals, outside the limitations of anything you probably want, you need to attain something called the escape velocity. And what exactly is the escape velocity? Escape velocity, basically, it is the amount of velocity in which you need for you to rise above. Remember what the scripture says in my very, very popular scripture that I used to quote for us here. Be ye not conformed to the things of this world, but be ye transformed by the renewal of your what? Of your mind. The renewal of your mind is exactly what makes you to go beyond the escape velocity of this world. So here is what I want you to do. Remove that maybe that thought of making 1 million naira. If you make 1 million naira, you will see the fact that 1 million naira is not really a huge money as you probably think it is. If you make that huge amount of money, there's no even clear goal about that huge amount of money which you are talking about. So you might not really be able to really achieve much if the goal is 1 million naira. Trust me. I mean, if the goal is 1 million naira, you might not really, because the moment you get the 1 million naira, you are going to be satisfied. But then imagine you have something like 100 million or 200 million or 300 million. How hard do you think you are going to work for it? So leaving that aside, we also have someone who said, let me see what B dot said. Sorry. Okay, I'm coming. I want to see so sorry what B dot said. I need to see what B dot said. But then we are still waiting for Darov Mom Muna Chimso. I'm coming. So Daniel said that having a fantastic financial run throughout this year. Well, for a very fantastic run, this is what I'm going to say. This is my advice to you. Ensure that you read The Richest Man in Babylon. It is as simple as that. Like, it is just literally as simple as that. Ensure you read The Richest Man in Babylon, and then apply apply the rules in it, the rules in The Richest Man in Babylon. Now, to some of us that have been given probably financial goals for ourselves and all those things, we've been giving financial advice. Now, there is something I want to tell you. For every money that comes into your bank account, ensure that you pay yourself first before you remove any other thing out of it. When I mean by paying yourself, I mean when you have maybe your parents or maybe someone, or you get a salary of, let's say, about 20,000 naira or even 40,000 naira, even 100,000 naira. Remove a tenth of it, 10% of it, pay yourself, like personally, and target my personal salary for 2026. Now remove 10,000 naira from it or 20,000 naira from it, just a 10% of it, and then start saving it somewhere. Then at the end of the year, use it to invest in something. Just like that, you can literally make millions of money. Financial literacy or financial intelligence is not just in words, rather it is also in act. It is in how you respond to things, it is in how you do some certain things, it is in how you handle your money, it is how you handle your business, your relationship, and everything. So I wanted to talk about scaling your business. Now you have a business, you have something in which you're already doing. What exactly is the next thing you're supposed to do? You're supposed to think about scaling. What does it mean to scale? Scaling basically means you are taking it from a level to another level. Now, the law of scaling says that if you are able to do something the first time, you can also do it the second time. The only challenge is just about how hungry and how big you can think. You can have a business of, what's it called, of $20 million, and then that same business can be worth 10,000 naira to some people. That business that is worth $20 million to some people can be worth how much? Can be worth 10 million naira, or let's say 10,000 naira or 20,000 naira to some people. What is the difference between the two people? The first person understood business and then was able to take the business from a local level to a higher level, to an international level. So, okay, so it's has, what's it called, lot of implications. It has a lot of implications. Like, I don't know. I'm still not used to, what's it called, this what is it called? Like, I'm still not used to it very well. So, what am I trying to say in essence is that there are literally a lot of things that you probably need to do if you want to scale your business. One of it is that you have to do something called a market survey. Market survey can be done probably before you start a business, but then at the same time you can also do it after you've started a business. But then without market survey, you will not really be able to understand what the market actually demands. Talking about what the market actually demands, I'm talking about the place of, you will not be able to understand what the people you are selling the product to, what they really want. You will not be able to understand the people you are selling that idea to, what they actually want. They are, what's it called? Are they impulse buyer or are they non-impulse buyer? Talking about impulse buyer, I mean people who just buy the moment they see something they like, like they just buy without thinking. But then the people who are not really impulse buyer, these are people that they are well calculative in the way they handle their things. They are well calculative in the way they handle their markets. So if you are dealing with impulse buyer, there is a way you market goods to them. If you are dealing with people who are not really impulse buyer, there is also a way you market things to them. For example, let's assume that Ambassador V is someone who is not an impulse buyer. Like, once she sees something, the first thing that comes to her mind is, what exactly am I going to use this thing for? That's the first thing that that comes to her mind. What exactly am I going to use this thing for? How is it going to be beneficial to me? Now, once she thinks about that, and then I'm a marketer, I want to sell this thing to her. I need that money. I need that thing that is in her pocket. So what am I going to do? The next thing I'm going to do is that I'm going to sell the solution the goods and services is providing to her, and I'm not going to sell the problem. Like, what am I trying to say in essence is that we have problem, we have solution. The goods and service or whatever I'm doing is expected to solve a particular problem in the market. It is expected to bring a specific solution to the market, or it's expected to bring a specific benefit to the person which I am offering that goods to. So when I see someone who is not an impulse buyer, let's say Ambassador V now, the next thing that comes to my mind is, okay, Ambassador V, you are not an impulse buyer. I'm not going to tell like that. I need to think like you. what exactly is going on in her head. And if what is going on in her head is about selling of is about the problem which it suffers, the next thing is, how am I going to sell the solution to her? Because there is a way you sell solution to some people, there's a way you sell something to some people. They will never buy into your market because you are unable to convince them thoroughly. That's the reason why some people, most of the adverts, advertisements, media, and all those things we see nowadays, they tend to use kids more, because kids have a way of, like, troubling their parent. They'll be like, "Daddy, daddy, daddy, I want to buy this, I want to buy this," and then until when their dads, or what's it called, their parents, gives them what they actually need, they will not allow their parents to rest. That is just the way they do things. That is just the way they are. So, oh my God, my system is about to die. I don't know. I don't know how I'm going to really handle this now. I don't really know how I'm going to handle this. I don't know how I'm going to handle this. I'm having just 13% over here. So let me just try and say some few things. We were unable to really touch much tonight. As I said, it's just literally for it's literally just for the test running of the YouTube. And as I said, for those who are not here when I started, the YouTube is just going to be for Monday alone. For Wednesday and Friday, we are going to keep it as our in-house meeting, still within us, like not a general thing like this. So thank you very much for your understanding. God bless you. So, as I was saying, you have an impulse buyer, and then you have someone who's not an impulse buyer, and then you are selling solution to the person, but then at the expense of the pain they are feeling. What do I mean by the expense of the pain they are feeling? You are going to attack their pain with your solution. I mean, you are literally attacking their pain with your solution. Probably you have someone you are a graphic designer. For those who are graphic designer here, probably Kelechi or Stanley or Bright or anyone who is literally what is it called here, a graphic designer. If you have a client, the reason why your client is coming to your DM is because they understand the fact that they have a problem, which is the fact that they are unable to get creative design that will help them to push their product. So, if you as a person, you want to sell the market to them, what are you supposed to say? What I am bringing to you now has the potential to lift your business and to give you customer times 5 of the original customers you've been getting. The original customers you've been getting, maybe they are probably you've been getting 5 customers per week. But then I'm assuring you, I'm giving you the full assurance that with this product I'm offering to you now, you are going to get more than 50 customers per month, because my designs, they are very, very unique and professional. And then as a result of the professionalism of my design, I am very, very certain that immediately your client sees the design which I'm about to do for you, they will automatically feel compelled to come and buy whatever you are selling, or like or maybe like your goods and services. So, oh my God, I don't know, like this network is literally not network, like 10% now. I'm going to try and hurry things up. So this class, as I said, is just literally for what's it called. So I'm sorry for how tonight is going. I've not really been able to articulate myself very well. So next class will definitely be better than this, by the grace of God. So you've literally probably sold what you want to sell to your customer, and now the person, if you actually fulfill, if your design or anything you are creating fulfills the whatever you tell the person will feel by default to be loyal to your product or to be loyal to your design, because you were able to fulfill what you said. What I mean by you are able to fulfill what you said is that the person probably sales probably increased times 10, times 50, or even times 100. Immediately you became their design person. So they will not want to lose that opportunity for them to be getting customers. So now you have the ability to increase your price. You have the ability to even probably increase the connection. You have the ability to increase a lot of things. Oh my God. Oh my God. So I don't know. I feel like let me just round up here tonight. My network, I don't really have what's it called much light currently, and it's really giving me a serious concern. But then hopefully by next class we'll be able to touch something. I feel like we've not really been able to touch much thing tonight at all. So, but please just indulge me for tonight alone. Next time will definitely not be like this. So, but then I'm not going to what's it called just leave you alone like that. I'm going to probably give you some few clips where you can learn from. So thank you.
I don't care how good you are. I don't care how talented you are. I don't care how much you work on yourself. There are some times when things aren't going to go right. There are times when anything that can happen will happen.
Life happens. The unexpected, the uncalled for, the unintentional. We've been damaged emotional, damaged spiritually.
It may be your business. It may be your heart that is broken today. It may be the number in your bank account that is screaming, "You are broke."
You can break physically, you can break mentally, you can break your heart, you can break your spirit, and all of those are gonna leave a mark. But the mark that they leave can be the mark of victory or it can be the mark of defeat.
It is staying with the breaking that produces the blessing. It is not what you go through that determines where you end up. It's who you listen to. Because I think right now, you are walking through a valley between two voices. One is wisdom, one is worry. One is gratitude, one is grumbling. One is blame, one is faith.
Because every time you break, and in every way that you break, wow, it's a chance for you to give up and for you to fall apart. But there's also opportunity to get stronger and get smarter and get faster and get tougher and get more stable and get more resilient and get better.
What I need you to do is I need you to find a reason to keep going. And if you can find a reason to keep going, I know you're strong enough to do it because you're human. And every human has what it takes to get past whatever they're going through if they decide to. Push through it. Push through it. Tragedy and trials come to everybody. Only the strong survive.
The fight isn't over. The fight is just beginning. You have the opportunity to show the world what you are really made of.
I need you to look at that sickness that's going on in your life right now, whatever it is. I want you to say, I can beat it. I can beat it. I will beat it. I must. I got a family to live for. I ain't through yet. My life ain't over yet. There's some things in life you don't need no degree for. You don't need no money for it. You don't need no support for it. There's something in life you just gonna get through when you tell yourself, I'm gonna get through this.
Regardless of what happens to you in life, regardless of the adversity, regardless of the opposition, regardless of the trial and tribulation, nothing can stop you. The only thing that can stop you is you. No situation, no circumstance, no piece of adversity can define your life. Never let a circumstance define you.
And I'm not retreating. I'm not running. I don't care what they say on paper. I don't care if you say we outnumbered. We live by this and we die by this. We don't retreat. We don't run. We gonna stand, we gonna live, and we gonna die by what we stand for, and everybody gonna know what we represent and what we're a part of.
I got staying power. I got staying power.
Be encouraged today that no matter what you walk through, no matter how broken your marriage is, no matter how many times you failed,
there is within you a spirit that is greater than whatever is going on around you.
If you would be willing to fight your way through this battle, fight your way through cancer, fight your way through that academic struggle, fight your way through divorce, fight your way through it. If you are willing to fight your way through that singing career, fight your way through boxing, fight your way through football, I'm telling you at the end of the fight is going to come victory.
And as you crawl up and out of that dismal and wretched place, as you rise above what you were, and as you take the form of who you are supposed to be.
So, good night, everybody. Thank you very much for coming out for the live testing. So, by the grace of God, next time we are going to start fully. Thank you very much.